This is Oscar Bevis for the Stomping Ground, powered by Wow Hydrate and available on the zone for the first time for myself this weekend.
Seem very like I'm not feeling any energy from you, Oscar.
Are you not?
Yeah. Do you know, like
you're not feeling the Bevis energy today?
From Stomping Ground here, just you know what I mean? Like, do you want me to help you out? I mean, something like, this is Oscar Bevis here from Stomping Ground, the new premier platform in boxing, also available via DAZN. I am joined by El Jefe, the one and only Eddie Hearn here in Santa Monica Beach, as we look forward to Riyadh season at BMO Stadium this Saturday in Los Angeles. Have you ever seen anything like it? Eddie, how are you feeling?
So partly you wanted me to massage your bollocks?
Well, yeah, but like, if you want me to give you my time, you better massage my bollocks.
Can I quickly move on from that? Can we go again? Right. This is Oscar Bevis for the Stomping Ground, powered by Wow Hydrate and available.
Or you could do an Andy Puro and go, this is Andy Puro for Boxing News, blah, blah, blah. I'm joined by Eddie Hearn. Firstly, Eddie, how are you?
Just because you went for food once in Birmingham, that is a shot.
Oh, great, yeah.
I'm sorry. No, but LA, Santa Monica Pier for the second day in a row.
Life, innit?
Riyadh season's just different, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's different.
Well, firstly, what we need to do is we need to actually have a look around us and realise how lucky we are, how special this is, and you know, being a part of this event, being a part of Riyadh season is a blessing. You know, I love this sport. I love shows like this. I love nights like this. I love what's happening in the sport at the moment. And even tonight, we've got our own show. Do you know what I mean? And it's packed out with people. Going to be a huge night on Saturday.
Yeah, talk to us about what we're going to see in the ring after the open workouts.
You're going to see 3 fights. You're going to see Nathan Lugo from Queensbury. Then you're going to see Shakram Giyasov, the mandatory challenger for the World Welterweight title, in a really tough fight. And you're going to see Mark Castro headlining a lot of people here from Fresno as well to watch him perform. Plus, you're going to see the entire cast of Saturday's great show in the ring. And I can't wait.
Yeah. I'm surprised this hasn't happened before, you know.
It's very expensive, Oscar. Like, if you think about it, you have to pay the purses of 3 fights tonight, yeah? Plus, you have to get the commission, you have to get the judges, you know, you have to, I mean, it's like, there's a lot of things that happen that only His Excellency can do, and this is actually one of them. I do actually think to myself, this is a pretty cool thing to do, and maybe we'll look at it in the future, but logistically very difficult.
So I was going to say, September the 28th, Dalton Smith. We're not going to get a couple of 4 or 6 rounders in Sheffield Town Centre.
They're going to be on the show itself, but you know, we've also got 8 fights on Saturday. So these are 3 more, and you know, so I think it's a great idea.
Yeah. A little rumour through the grapevine. I've heard that
probably not true. Then go.
Double 15. Terence Crawford.
Oh
check out. The weight on
your
shoulders.
I don't know when the footage is coming out, but I have to apologise to my country, to the PDC, and to the world of darts for losing to some geezer from Omaha. Like, he's actually quite good as well. Like, I was unlucky. But then he got to the double first, and I was thinking, how long is he going to take to hit a double? Second dart, straight in. And, like, fair play. The sad matter of fact is that the only thing that I am better at him at is talking. And that is it. I was even clinging to darts that I might be able to beat him at. You know,
he tried to pick the most British, yet least American sport.
And the one that was probably least physical, that he would definitely beat me at. And he still beat me at darts. So Madrimov's looking for the equaliser on Saturday.
Your Riyadh season record at the moment?
Awful.
It can only get better.
Exactly.
Surely. Well, fingers crossed for you. Yeah. Frank Warren and Ben Shalom have now arrived in Los Angeles. I was with Ben doing a little piece back at the Fight Hotel. Plans to sit down with them 2 guys this week and
discuss? I've already sat down with Frank and George yesterday, Spencer and everyone. Ben, I mean, you know, I don't know how long he's here for. I think he's got a show Saturday, isn't he? So I don't know if he's
going to be staying in.
Oh, he's not going to a show. No. So yeah, like, no problem at all. Frank Smith probably better off sitting down with him. They seem to be getting on well. And a lot of people out here.
Yeah, there was some open wounds that I feel like were plastered over with Frank Smith and Ben Shalom, but it's kind of kicked itself back up.
I think it's good. Got 2 young kids in the game, both learning on the job. I think it's good, you know, to have a little bit of rivalry between them. I can just look at and smile and go, I remember those days.
Ben Shalom said to me the best way to settle it would be in there tonight.
The best what?
Way to settle it would be in there tonight.
With who?
Him and Frank.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Tell Frank. Frank would smash the shit out of him. God, blimey.
Do you reckon that'll be one that DAZN will be interested in?
No, Ben wouldn't go anywhere without his security anyway. So, no, I'd like to see that. I'd pay for that. Yeah. Frank Smith, Ben Shalom in the ring. Oh, please, run it. Honestly, he can whack Frank Smith.
Well, I watched you two spar, and you,
No,
if
but
I'm being honest,
you see the state of Frank then. See the size of him. Yeah, but I'm elite.
Was that before Matchroom was a bit of a health club?
Yeah, Frank's a strong boy. He can whack. He would love that. Tell him, make sure you get it right stirring up.
I want to get him in the same shot. I said I want to play like boxing's Jeremy Kyle.
Yeah.
Make sure that they can be friends again. He did say though that they've agreed a deal for Chris Eubank's next fight. He was keeping really quiet. Any involvement from your side or anything you know?
Yeah, it'll be on a show we're involved with.
Okay.
And big plans coming. Yeah, I think lot of big news rocking and rolling, and I'll let obviously everybody individually announce their plans for their own fighters. Nothing, not my business to announce.
Yeah. Will it be Riyadh season?
No, it's again, like a lot of plans coming up.
Yeah.
Speak to the fighters' representatives.
Yeah. Team GB, we've got a win on the board.
Yes,
Happy
Lewis
days.
Richardson.
Come
yeah,
on,
it's not
Lewis
going very well, is
Richardson.
it? I mean, look, I feel like Team GB are a brilliant team. Rob McCracken's a brilliant coach. All the coaches there, Lee Pull and everybody, and it hasn't gone our way this year. So I think most importantly, let's get behind Lewis Richardson. Hopefully, he can do the business. And Beatriz Ferreira got through to the semis today. She's fighting Kelly Harrington on Saturday, which I wish that was over 10 rounds for a world title. 2 unbelievable fighters, and if she gets through that, she'll be in the final on Tuesday. So fingers crossed.
And you'll be flying out.
I will be.
To watch her. Yeah. Does it concern you a touch because you look at the 2016 crop of Olympians, GB Olympians? There's guys
Not really, because
you got your hands on them. Made
honestly,
success
Oscar, it really don't matter in terms of what's going to happen in your pro career. I mean, it affects your commercial value, But if you lose in the first round of quarterfinals, is it going to affect your Is it going to affect your pro career in terms of your ability and your potential? No. But of course, if you're in the Olympics, you want to go as deep as possible.
Yeah. Will Beatriz come out and fight Caroline Dubois?
They've already turned that fight down. That fight was ordered by the IBF, and Caroline Dubois and Boxer turned that fight down.
You're drawing a line under that?
No, I mean, Beatriz isn't even a lightweight, but we'd fight Caroline Dubois tomorrow, who's brilliant, by the way. Great fighter. Such a brilliant fight. That's why we wanted to make it, but they didn't want the fight.
Yeah. I know the Canelo Berlanga press conference is next week. Expecting Edgar to kind of try and get in and...
Yeah, not really. I mean, he
Perhaps
respects
a straight Canelo.
He respects Canelo, but he's a fiery guy. He's fighting for his island of Puerto Rico, and there's a big rivalry with Mexico, and he's there to win the fight. He's not there to just take the fight and take a payday. He's coming to win.
Yeah. The response hasn't been, would it be fair to say, perhaps like you would have expected it or wanted it to be? There has been a lot of critics, if we're being
my show.
completely honest.
As far as I'm concerned, we got the fight. I'm over the moon for Edgar. He'll give it everything, and he's a real threat to Canelo on September the 14th.
Yeah, having spoken to Ben earlier, just going back to the Eubank and Canelo route, obviously that's a fight that didn't happen, but he said it's a fight that he expects to happen in the future. Do you genuinely believe Canelo Alvarez and Chris Eubank at some point, obviously not next, will share the ring?
Maybe, yeah, who knows? I mean, I don't, I think they were, using Eubank a little bit as a bit of a pawn in the Berlanga negotiations. But, if Chris can get a couple of decent wins, but he's got to really get some decent wins. I'd be interested to see who he's fighting next. Because if he can get a good win, I think, yeah, why not do that fight? But he hasn't got any credibility to get in the ring with Canelo Alvarez right now. But, I think there's more likely that the Conor Benn fight happens, and Chris Eubank's told us personally he wants that Conor Benn fight, wants to make that. So if that opportunity comes available, we'll be in touch with him.